All right. I love this time. What a great time to be alive. When you hit that record button and it's just time to dive in, share from the heart. How's everybody doing? Everybody excited? One of the most incredible times of great shifts and reveals in history ever? Huh? Lots going on, lots of chaos, lots of distractions. So I'm just going to share a couple things that I share with clients in sessions and in the Waking Up in the Dream transformational process, and see what you think. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, you can always scroll on. But we have an opportunity right now to shift, clear, heal things, to shine the light on things that have been hidden from us for so long. And unless you're living under a rock, hey, Denise, great to see you, and not paying any attention, you can see that there is major stuff happening right now. And no, it's not all pretty, but anybody that's paying attention and understands why they came here at this time understands that any darkness must be balanced out and brought into the light. And that's what we're doing. And I'm going to talk about a couple tools that are really key to, these are conscious awareness tools. These are tools where you're observing from a higher perspective instead of automatically reacting. That's what the media gets people to do, the automatic reactors that are running on emotion instead of stepping back and going, oh, isn't that interesting? Wow. It would benefit me to calmly take a breath, step back, and observe what I'm feeling in this moment instead of just projecting out there that that's the problem. That's how they get you. Hey, Rob, it's great to see you, brother. Thanks for tuning in and bringing your wonderful energy here. Such a great time to be alive. So, a couple of keys. If anybody would like to ask some questions, they can. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to have the answer. However, I love to involve our brothers and sisters out there, let them know that they're seen, let them know that they're a part of this incredible journey that we're on. And a couple of things that I'd like to share are just tools that I use and I share in sessions and the 30-day and the 90-day Waking Up in the Dream process. Really stuff that works, and it works quickly. And so one of the main tools is each morning when I awaken, I consciously and intentionally go into, this is all while my head's still on the pillow. It's before I even step out of bed to go to the bathroom or do anything. I don't allow the mind to start running until I've done my morning gratitude and I'm affecting the field with my thoughts, my words, my intentions, my heart, and the highest level of frequency and vibration that I can affect the field with gratitude and wonder and excitement, one of my favorite words. So it's about awakening in the morning with gratitude. And really, for me, I've learned that I used to awaken and I was like, I hope this happens and I desire this and I'd like to manifest that. And that's part of my thing because we're manifesting all the time. We can't not be manifesting. But what I realized was what was one of the real keys that began to accelerate and magnetize more of what was best for Jeff's soul contract and soul plan and my contribution to the planet was to, while I'm laying on the pillow and I'm loving on every one of these trillions of cells that have unconditionally loved me my entire life. You're doing that every morning, right? First thing, gratitude, loving on your cells, clearing your mind, smiling, feeling your vibration, feeling your gratitude for the health that you have. And if you're dealing with some type of health challenge, tuning in and going, I wonder what is the gift here? What is the reason why this is occurring? And believe me, I know it can be frustrating to be in pain. It can be frustrating to have something linger on for months or years. I get it. Totally, totally get it. And I journey with people every week that have these things coming up. And so we dive in on sessions. And we're not faking it. We're not pushing anything away, but we're 100% accepting responsibility for whatever's showing up in our reality. Because here's another super big key if you're open to the possibility. Every single thing that's happened to you, me, everyone else we know, was part of our agreed upon soul contract before we came down here in this incarnation. And when I was first told that, probably 23, 24 years ago, I was like, there's no way I would have chosen all this pain and suffering and, fuckery and whatever you want to call it. I just wouldn't have. And now I understand years later that if I'm in resistance to anything, I'm actually attracting more of it, and I'm giving it energy through being in resistance to it. So I figured out there's only one thing to do, to ask the question, isn't that interesting that I was chosen this as part of my soul contract to either heal or clear something for Jeff or my family lineage or for the collective. Now that's really stepping in to your power as an unlimited divine being. And so I invite you to look at that and perhaps come back and watch this transmission. If anything that I'm saying resonates with you, it may not resonate with you because your ego is not at the stage yet to where it wants to release its false sense of control. And it really is a false sense of control. God bless it. The ego is only attempting to protect you, but the ego is also keeping you in a very, very, very tiny prison, whether you desire to admit that or not. I didn't want to in the beginning. And I've studied over the past 20 plus years with some great teachers and mentors. And in the book, which is really simple, you could read it in a day, but I can guarantee you that the belief system is a prison. It's very tiny. Our beliefs wouldn't even fit on the head of a pin compared to everything that's out there and beyond what we even know, what society has taught us about different dimensions and time zones and stuff. It's beyond our current mind. However, we can develop the tools to navigate through it with awareness, consciousness, and power from the heart, not power over others, not attempting to manipulate anything, understanding the laws and keys to the universe. So super, super key. There's some other really great tools too, like what are the automatics that pop up for you that are still occurring? Like for me, it used to be judgment. I used to be a judgeaholic. I was taught to be a judgeaholic in private Catholic schools, where every day the nuns were angry, and every day was Judgment Day, with guilt and shame, with a little bit of love thrown in way back here. And that was part of my soul contract, to see at 7 years young that there's really something wrong with this thing they call religion, that you're supposed to bow down to and give your power away to something outside of yourself. And if you're involved in religion and it's working for you, that's great. That's part of your soul contract. For me, it was to see it and go, oh, I see how they get and separate and control people. I said, wow, this was a great lesson, but this isn't for me. I'm going to go deeper. And so every day, I accept responsibility for every single thing that's showing up in my reality. And I consciously and intentionally create my day first thing every morning, again, while my head's still on the pillow. And I just go into gratitude for my body, for my cells, for Mother Earth, for all these incredible connections all over the globe, all over the planet. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Telegram. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you for all these opportunities. 9:22 here in Thailand right now. On a beautiful Thursday morning. I'm in the future a little bit to some people. It may be your evening if you're listening or listening in from the States. But what I'm sharing with you isn't because I'm so great. It's because I practice the tools for inner healing, conscious and intentional manifestation. And I get to share them with people every week who reach out and go, I resonate with what you share, and I intend to learn this stuff and make these my new go-to tools. I intend to, in this lifetime, be a contributor, leader, or even just a game changer, using my thoughts, my intentions, the power of my word, and my frequency and vibration, because deep down I can feel that I came here to be part of the shift. I don't necessarily maybe know yet what my gift is to the planet, but I know that there's a deeper calling. And this is what I love to do, this and being in nature and playing music, doing art, and being out with the one wild jungle doggies every day, assisting them in any way that I can, and getting my bare feet grounded on the earth as much as possible. And that's just what I enjoy doing. Those are my passions. And I've created a reality where I can do that every day. And if you're interested in, learning how to do that, or learning more about Thailand or anywhere else that you'd love to do, I'm happy to discuss it with you. So if anybody has any questions about things that are coming up for them right now, as I'm speaking, feel free to post them in the comments. Okay, Rob's is always active. I love it. Thanks, Rob, for sharing this. I realized that part of my soul contract was to help bring my son into this time of our world. Can you speak on family relationships and the power of family unit? Okay. First of all, thanks, Robs, for showing up. Thanks for bringing in a consciously aware son. And as far as family relationships, okay, I'll leave this up for a minute. And the power of the family unit, to me, from my personal experience, and I'll preface this with saying one of my mantras is, and that I share with clients, is 3 words. I'll post it in the group. There it is. I know nothing. Now, why would I say that? Because when we're beginning to undo our tiny little belief system prison, that it really is a prison. If you want to be honest and you want to free yourself, look at your beliefs. Number 1, Where did every single belief that you have come from? They all came from sources outside of yourself. Your parents, your grandparents, if you had them, the school system, religion, science, which is pretty much a manipulated psyop now for the most part. And this is all coming into the light. So it's great. We're seeing this. You know, the school system, Rockefeller hijacked school system, where they intentionally teach you what to think instead of how to think. So when I give my ego Larry, I named him Larry. Larry was the one that's in fear. He's the one that was trying to control everything. He was running shame, guilt, lack. And so I named him so that I could see the difference between Jeff's higher self and the programs that Larry runs. So every client that I journey with, whether it's for 30 days, 90 days, or doing private sessions with, I invite them to name their ego so they can see it, and better yet, feel it when those reactive and controlling responses, judgments, projections come out. So for me personally, I chose to grow up in a family where my father passed away in a plane crash when I was 7. And I grew up with 3 women, and I'm in the middle of my 2 sisters. And I love them dearly. They're amazing. However, it wasn't easy back then growing up with 3 women in the household, and they didn't understand me. Well, maybe that's not true. They may have seen me, but I challenged everything because that's why I'm here. To question everything, because everything in 3D has been inverted and manipulated to keep us reincarnating and recycling over and over, and to give our power away to things outside of ourselves. And I always knew at a young age, there's something really wrong here. So when we're talking about the family unit, developing deep, 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 deep love and gratitude for everyone in our family, that's key. Forgiving any person. And actually, how do you know if you've forgiven somebody? Because a big part of this journey, in fact, the first part of it is inner healing. You can learn all about conscious awareness and creating your reality, but if you're still holding wounds within, then those are going to magnetize in timeline after timeline. Think of each one of those dots as a timeline. You're going to keep magnetizing in relationships and things that mirror whatever you're holding within, whatever wounds, lack of abundance, lack of worthiness, lack of self-worth, joy, whatever. So it's really, really key. And from the little that I know about you, Robs, you're paying attention and you're willing to look at your stuff. And I'm glad you're out there, and everybody else. So let me see this. Just tuned in. YouTube recommended this channel. Can you summarize everything you've talked about basically so I can bring you up to speed? Okay. The waking up in the dream process that I created after being suicidal a few times in my life, because I was like, there's got to be more to this life than pain and suffering, because that's what I saw. And I was holding my own wounds as part of my soul contract coming into this reality. So basically, my channel is about self-empowerment, inner healing, understanding that the belief system is basically a prison, challenging everything that you know, and operating from the heart every day to the best of your ability in service to humanity, to the animals, to the planet. And yeah, just owning whatever your programs are that don't come from love, joy, gratitude, abundance, excitement, and kindness and compassion for others. Any of the other programs that are running In opposition to those, automatic reactions, judgments, triggers, lack of forgiveness, those keep us stuck in repeating loops. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Thanks for coming on and sharing. You were the first one to step up. And the first person that always comments on a live lets other people, for some reason, feel like it's safe to comment. So thanks, Robs. My opinion, which is just my opinion from my study, the only religion, and it's not even a religion, religion is man-made, is love. That's it. This is my go-to book. It gets you to clearly see anything that is coming up to be healed within, and then it shows you how to very quickly identify and see the ego's limiting programs and automatic reactions that it runs, and how to quickly dismantle even decades and decades and decades of automatics, limiting beliefs, and wounds. It comes with this daily tracking sheet that even teenagers can follow and figure out. Spend 5 to 10 minutes figuring this out every night, tracking and catching your automatic reactions, your judgments, your less than thoughts, lack thoughts around money or anything else, and give yourself 30 days and you will see the power of these tools and you'll use them for the rest of your life. Yeah. Hey, Tamara, great to see you. Yeah, so basically what I intended to come on and share today was just some inspiration. It's 9:33 right now. So in every situation that I see occurring out there, or any situation that I have where I feel triggered, or maybe an old fear comes up, or any limitation around anything, I stop immediately. And this is a process taught in the book. I take a breath. I notice that I'm either triggered, in fear, in doubt, in lack, or that I'm judging the external or something out there. I immediately stop. I take a breath and I ask the million gazillion dollar question. I turn it around on me. Out there is the mirror for me. Out there isn't really doing anything to me, although I realize as I say that, you might go, well, what about the ones that are trying to poison us, our air, food, water? I get it, okay? But first, let's clean up our energy field, and then we will see, I'll give you some tools for affecting everything out there that's coming up for the dark. All of these replays are on my YouTube channel, dear one. portal2awakening.com, and I posted that up here. Yeah, it's in one of the first couple comments. So have a gorgeous day. Thank you. Go be with your chickens, and thanks for showing up and saying hi. I'm sending you lots of love and gratitude. Okay, so we've all been programmed. We all took on wounds by coming in to this incarnation, but we knew that we'd wake up this time. So these are the tools. Yeah. Sweet dreams to you, dear one. I'm just starting my dream today. It's morning here in Thailand on Thursday morning. Getting ready to go see the wild jungle doggies after this transmission. But so getting back to anything we see out there that we don't like, that we may judge, or anything that we haven't forgiven, here's the get out of hell free question and mantra. Stop the trigger, stop the ego from going, yeah, they're always doing this and that, because it'll just run, because it's got an emotional trigger now that shows you that there's still something coming up to be cleared. So the gazillion dollar question is, and I would invite you to write this down and put it on your bathroom mirror, carry it with you, tattoo it on your forehead in reverse, whatever it takes, because this will change everything in your reality, and it'll put you in a position of conscious creator instead of automatic reactor. And the people that are, doing the poisoning and all this, they intend for you to be the automatic reactor because that's what they feed off of. That's why the television and the people that watch it, they're feeding off of them over and over and over. However, good news is people are waking up and popping like popcorn right now. So the priceless question that will get you out of hell and expand your conscious awareness and allow you to heal is this. What is this trying to show me or teach me about me? It's never about them out there. That's the mirror to what's going on in here. Now, if somebody's intentionally trying to physically assault you or hurt you, then get out of that situation or relationship. I do sessions and I journey with a lot of people that have been in very abusive relationships. They've had abusive fathers. They may have been raped. They may have been MK Ultra. Their parents may have been alcoholics. They may have been severely brutal. However, you chose to come down and go through that as part of your soul contract, whether you remember it or not. So the only thing to do is to go, oh, what is the gift here? And then how do you know if you've really forgiven somebody? You can thank them for perfectly playing their agreed upon, keyword agreed upon role as part of your soul contract. And if you're in resistance to that still and you're like, there's no way I would have, then you're going to keep holding that frequency and you're going to keep receiving and magnetizing because we're nothing more than human magnets. You're going to keep magnetizing in timelines and relationships that are going to mirror back the wound that you're holding or the limiting beliefs until you go, okay, I'm willing to really look at this and accept 100% responsibility for everything that's showing up in my reality. And then everything begins to shift. Abundance, seeming magic, synchronicities. My days are filled with synchronicities. And that's not because I'm so great. So don't let that trigger you. It's because I figured out these tools and I've been using them every day since 2001, 2 or 3, and I just use them every single day. And I teach them to people that desire to learn them. And I teach them to even teenagers. And this book is being converted to a book for the New Earth school system, where children aren't going to have to go to school for 12 to 16 years to get into the club to become worker slaves for those that aren't working and are controlling everything. The gig is up. It's happening. And it's going to continue to happen. So what an exciting time to be here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Can the TV say? Yeah. Not only is it sucking your energy, it is programming you and anybody that watches it, even if you think you're awake. And here's why. Here's the proof, and you can look this up. And as my mentor told me, don't believe me, don't believe yourself. Do the research. So here's what's going on with the TV. I can't speak for the phone. The television operates at 33 frames per second. You don't see them, but it's going 33, and in between those 33 frames, there are subliminal messages that you don't see, but your subconscious does. So here's an example. 10, 20, 30, well, probably 20 or 30 years ago, McDonald's did a study, and they put subliminals in between their commercials. their sales went up 60-something%. Television, it's called programming for a reason. So there you go. You can research it. It's everywhere. Okay, I'll address this too. I did not fall for 9/11. I knew that no planes hit the towers. It hurt me deeply and greatly because I know people that were affected. No, I don't fall for any of that programming and lies that comes from the television. I figured this out a long time ago. It's just part of my soul contract. I don't hate anyone. Hate is the lowest frequency that anybody can hold. And judgment is a low frequency too. And everything you judge, you're going to magnetize more of into your reality. So this is why inner healing is so key. And it's the first part of this process. And it's easy. There's nothing difficult about it if you're willing to look at your stuff. And when I do sessions with people, yeah, there may be some tears. There may be some pain. There's emotions that come up. But it's a completely safe space. And what happens for me on calls with people is I'm the one that gets tears in my eyes first because I can see that they're getting ready to let go all this stuff they've been holding on to for years or decades. And I see it coming. And so I get tears in my eyes because I'm compassionate for these people. So, oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that something I said, because yeah, you see this guy. Who is this guy, Jeff? What's he doing? What's he saying? It seems kind of weird. And you know, you got to question me too. I tell people, don't believe me, but you can research this stuff. And I'll tell you what, you begin to use these tools and you begin to catch every judgment and things that feel off to you, you're going to begin to heal. But you got to really be willing to put yourself under a microscope. And that's the process that I'm really passionate about taking people through because it's completely life-changing. Completely. The light bulb goes on. When you see that your belief system is actually a prison and where all those beliefs came from, and then you go, oh, that's how they get everybody. It becomes so crystal clear when you finally see it. And here's the key word, if you're willing to look at your stuff. And then you just start to frickin' go, oh my God, that's how they program everybody with fear and lack. And they're printing the money. They've got all the money and we're in lack and the money's fake and there's nothing backing it up. You could call it the rabbit hole, but you don't have to go deeply down at 944. I love it when I look up and the numbers like synchronistic saying you're on track. You don't have to go super deep down the rabbit hole for years and years and years. If you just understand how your reality is created and you begin to do that every morning and throughout the day, I have people set alarms on their phones when they go through the waking up in the dream transformational experience process because it taps them on the shoulder every hour. And maybe they don't catch every hour because they're working or doing whatever, taking care of their children. But then that little message is on your phone that says, psst, where are you right now? Are you in the future? Are you in the past? Are you in gratitude? Do you understand that you're consciously creating your reality with your thoughts, your words, and your vibration from moment to moment to moment? And once you start to see that it works, you take back your power real quick. And yes, it takes practice, but there's nothing more valuable to practice than raising your conscious awareness and realizing that you are a 100% unlimited divine being that came down here to be part of this incredible shift. So thank you for showing up. So I just desired to come on here and share a little bit of inspiration because I love doing that. And I haven't done a live in a while. And I'm going to start ramping them up over the holidays. Here's my Telegram link for things that I can't share on my Facebook page. But here's the number one good news that's happening. Everything is being exposed and coming into the light. This time has been prophesied for thousands of years. Nothing can stop the shift that's occurring. And so If I could share anything with anybody, wake up every morning in gratitude and ask, how can I serve and inspire the collective today? Not what can Jeff get? What I get is through assisting other people, because I realize they're me, they're my mere reflection, and all the doggies and the animals and Mother Earth and every flower and tree and running waterfall. It's magic. We live in heaven. Mother Earth is the most incredible. I can't imagine a better planet. I'm not really interested in going somewhere else to these planets where people show all these crystals, and I'm into crystals, but if there's no trees and streams and flowers and butterflies, and I'm not interested. This is the planet to be on. And there's people that are desiring to be here. This is it. And all this stuff is being exposed. There's not going to be any two-party governments where people are pitted to choose against each other. That was all set up by the cabal. You know, our DNA is coming online. Our bodies are being activated by the sun. That's why I never wear sunscreen and I don't wear sunglasses. It's all a scam. When you start to see it, you go, oh, wow. It's pretty cool. Hi, Ashley. How can I know how to manifest? Great question. And thank you for having the insight and courage or whatever to ask that, or just the intuition. I could tell you, buy my book. And that sounds like a sales thing because, you know, we're in this 3D sales thing. Well, money's going to be eliminated soon. I know that might bring up something, but it's happening. Money enslaved us. We're not going to need money. We were never supposed to have to pay to live on this planet. That was not the plan. We got hijacked. So there's huge things happening. And you can see a lot of that on the Telegram channel if you choose to investigate that. It's not all roses because everything has to be brought into the light. So a lot of darkness is being exposed to child trafficking, pedophilia, to the poisoning of food, air, and water. But trust me, the shift is on and there's nothing that can stop it. So how can I know how to manifest? You begin to consciously, intentionally creating your reality first thing every morning. As soon as you awaken out of the sleeping dream, what we call the sleeping dream, this might be the sleeping dream right now. And when we go to sleep, we might be awake. Part of my I know nothing mantra. I'm not attached to anything. I'm constantly questioning everything. I'm staying excited like a little child. I'm staying in gratitude, and that raises my frequency. And that attracts in more like frequency. So as you awaken, Ashley, and anybody else that listens to this every morning, go into gratitude. Love on every cell of your body immediately before you even get up to go to the bathroom, if you can. If you do have to go to the bathroom, come back and go to bed. Don't allow all the 50 to 80,000 thoughts that run every day to start running because I got to check my email. I got to do this. I got to get, no, take 5 or 10 minutes or even an hour. I have my clients do an hour. And if they, need to set their alarm an hour earlier before they have to get the kids ready or whatever, they do it. Why? Because it completely changes their life and what they attract and magnetize and manifest into it. So you love on your body, and then you consciously and intentionally create your reality. My reality goes like something like this every day, but I change it all the time. The most incredible people show up in my reality every day. Abundance surrounds me everywhere I look. There is no lack of abundance. And if there's still a lack of money in my field, it's only because the dark ones put it there. So look at that, play with it. Start to name off every single thing that you see in your reality because you're surrounded by abundance right now. I guarantee you, no matter where you are and what you're believing. And there's a word, L-I-E, in the middle of belief. Isn't that interesting? I have a whole video on my YouTube channel of the 9 most important spell words to eliminate that are limiting all your manifestations. And you can eliminate them in a matter of days if you write them down and begin to catch them. I see people do it every week. So you begin to state your desires as if they're already here now, never in the future. Never use words like, I want, I hope, I wish, I need, I'm trying, I should. It's hard, it's difficult. And I'm using that face because those words are weak. Those are spell words. Eliminate them. Go, I have manifested this. And if it takes time for something to show up, well, we're in 3D and 4D. It's a time thing. Things are slowed down. As we move into higher vibrational timelines, there will be no delay in between a thought. So you better really heal and clean that stuff up. You know? So thank you. And there's more on my YouTube channel. I go over and over and over this stuff. And if you want to get the book, it's on sale through the holidays for just $33. It comes with the tracking sheet. And I guarantee you, if you begin to fill out this tracking sheet, which walks you through the whole process, like simple, there's no fluff. It's just life-changing stuff. And you can go to the website, portal2awakening.com, and read the testimonials. They're a little bit different than most testimonials. I'm going to pop in the website right now. These are testimonials that are things like, wow, I can't believe all the programs that I was running and defending and that my ego was running and justifying over and over and over and over. Yeah. When you're ready to put yourself under a microscope and truly be honest with yourself, these tools will shift everything for you. It's the reason why I wrote a book, because I never planned on writing a book. I've been a recording engineer and animal guy all my life, into music and guitars and that type of stuff. But when I met a specific teacher in 2001, and I saw that my belief system was a prison and that none of my beliefs were my own, boom, the light bulb went off. And from there, I went deeper. And then I figured out that I had to heal. Because if you don't, you're just going to keep attracting things that show you that you need to heal. It's really a sophisticated, incredible system by the Creator. Yeah. Yeah. My reality involves surrendering to my Creator. Okay, if that works for you, that's great. My reality is that there is no separation between myself and God. There can't be any separation. So I accept full responsibility for everything that shows up in my reality. And, you know, I don't have to pay somebody outside myself to throw me a bone or anything. And I'm not saying that's not what you're doing, but I grew up in religion. For me, it was a lie. It's all been manipulated. There are good parts to it, but there's lies to it. And if you're willing to look at that, you can go to the next level. And if not, it sounds like you're in a good space, and I love that. And thank you for tuning in and even being open to the things that I'm sharing, because I challenge people to look at everything, because I know that you have to wake up. Let's see what we got here. And it's true if you're a yeah, we are walking, talking, vibrating magnets. And whatever we're holding within, we're going to attract. Think of each one of those dots as a timeline. You're that big star. You're actually way bigger and grander than that. But these are timelines. And they're happening like this. I don't know if you ever listen to Bashar, and I don't know if he's, good or not, but he says some decent things that make people think. And I love things that make people think and challenge their beliefs. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to end with that. It's been 44 minutes, and right now we're coming up on 44. So thanks for listening. Yeah, if you're interested in these tools, go to the website. And my YouTube channel is filled with free talks like this where I go through the process over and over and over. If I would have had this when I was younger, I could have saved $100,000 going to 3-day seminars and webinars and buying a lot of books that had some good information. But even Think and Grow Rich and all these books on abundance and stuff, they didn't teach me how to go in and identify the subconscious blocks, limiting beliefs in the wounds. So this process will take you right through it if you're willing to put yourself under a microscope. And if you're not ready yet, then maybe you need a little bit more, drama in your life or lack or whatever. I'm not intending that on anybody. I'm just speaking the truth. Until you're ready to get really naked and 100% honest with yourself, putting yourself under a microscope, then you'll just do it every day, because you'll see that that's the key to moving into higher timelines and healing and becoming an unlimited divine creator, because that's what you are already. It's just that you had the courage to choose as part of your soul contract to come down here into a human body, which is traumatic anyway, because you have to lower your vibration, go through the birth process, go through the whole corrupt medical system process, and forget every single thing that you knew. That's badassery. That's courage. Because you knew that you would wake up and you would be able to play your role in the greatest awakening ever. And all these other planets and people are watching us and cheering us on. Brilliant. So big, big love to everybody. And yeah. Do I travel often? Well, I haven't over the last few years because of the fuckery that's been going on with airports and jibby jabs and things like that. But I'm going to be traveling, and I've been invited to go to a lot of different countries. I'm in Thailand, but I'm from San Diego, California. And there's nothing that I desire to do more than to be in the physical presence with people that are interested in doing this and spending several days or a week in a beautiful location where there's no distractions and really going deep with people. And then having those people go out and share that with their friends and loved ones and everybody else. And the wave is on and it can't be stopped. And yeah, so I will be traveling in the future. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out or go to the website, Portal to Awakening. And I offer sessions in 30-day personal journeys that are deep and 90-day. And there's people that stay with me and they come back and do sessions and check-ins once in a while since I've met them years ago, because this stuff works. So big, big love from Thailand. And yeah, stay excited. What's going to be revealed over the next, I would say 30 to 90 days is going to shock people, but it needs to happen. There's people that aren't even looking up and admit that there's chemtrails. Come on, people. Denial is not going to work. Denial is going to get people enslaved. And right now, timelines are splitting. They say, I don't know. I can't prove it. I question everything, no matter what. However, it makes sense that there's going to be people that choose to awaken, be in their hearts, that came here for this huge awakening into these higher heavenly timelines where there is no judgment, no disease, no lack. It's always been our birthright. And there's people maybe that are like, no, I don't really want to wake up and I need somebody else to tell me what to do and run the system because I don't know who I'd be if I questioned everything. And so they're going to possibly go their own way. And we bless them and we love them because we're all connected. There is no separation. So we don't judge anybody. We let people, we allow them lovingly to do whatever they decide to do with their own soul and their own contract. 30 to 90 days, that's crazy. I don't understand what you're saying. I take people through this process one-on-one with me as a mentor for 30 to 90 days. Maybe you misunderstood me. Or the children are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. The children that came here knew what was going to happen. That's why they came here. It's going to be okay. Don't go into fear. What I would do is go, How can I contribute to the collective every day? How can I support anybody that may be in fear? How can I be compassionate and non-judgmental? How can I uplift and inspire somebody with just a smile or a gift? It all starts inside of you, inside of us. Worrying about other people is maybe lowering your frequency. Uplifting other people and finding ways that you can make them feel wonderful and safe as we move through this shift, that's the goal. So big high five to everybody. Thank you. If you feel like anybody would benefit from this or the YouTube channel or connecting, feel free to share this. The more people that go, oh, maybe that's worth trying. Maybe I have something to heal. Wow, I didn't know my belief system was a prison and it was super, super limiting compared to everything that's out there in this unlimited universe and dimensions. But my ego was defending all my little beliefs that I got from my parents and my grandparents in the school system and history and blah, 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 because it didn't feel safe. Well, let it know that it's safe because you're an unlimited divine being and nothing can hurt you. Even if somebody tries to kill you, your soul is eternal. Boom. You can take that to the bank of love, unconditional love. So big, big love from Thailand. I'm going to go check in with the wild jungle doggies. And yeah. Hey, Danielle, great to see you. You are welcome. I'm glad if anything I shared resonated. I'm just talking to Jeff to remind him every day. So big, big love from Thailand. And we'll catch up soon.